Guys, I have a confession to make. Admittedly, I haven't been a very good Fate-tuber lately. Haven't been too many videos, and also I'm just consumed by a completely different game. But we do have these two remix banners here for Legendary Sheeta and Mythic Elimine. So, like usual, we'll go ahead and do the banner breakdown for them and see if these are any worthy banners of worthwhile summoning. Also, we have the calendar here. We might as well take a look at this. So, let's see. What do we got going on for the month of March here? So, as far as banners are concerned, we're getting the double A Hero Rises. That's going to be on the 13th for the top 8 of the Hero Rises event. Alright, by the way, Hector, Attuned Hector, was able to pull it out and win the voting gauntlet. So we're all going to be getting a free copy of Attuned Hector, which I don't really have any complaints about. I've already given him Shield Fighter, so being able to re-up my fodder with him is definitely going to be nice. Where is the Legendary banner, though? What kind of banner is it this month? Is it going to be an Emblem Hero? Let me see. Legendary, Mythic, and Emblem Hero summoning events. That's on 3/28, but it doesn't specifically say if it's going to be an Emblem Hero or what. Obviously, if it was going to be an Emblem Hero, that would be the absolute pinnacle priority. You save all your orbs for that. But if they're not telling us which one it is, then I don't know. Alright, then we're getting Special Heroes summoning event. That's going to be on April 4th. Okay. And that seems to be just about everything we need to look at as far as banners are concerned, upcoming banners. So, alright, let's go ahead and move on now. Let's take a look at these remixes. Alright, so where are we? So that was the spring banner. I didn't really care about the spring banner. Also, I got Sakura in 3 pulls, so that was very pog. Alright, so Sheeta, we'll take a look at her banner first. So, of course, Sheeta is very good now that she's gotten her remix. She got a really good one. Her beast skill is pretty solid. It's kind of like a lot of what this Sheeta is doing is ripped straight out of Attuned Sheeta. Except in some ways it's a little bit better, in some ways it's a little bit worse. So I think this Legendary Sheeta is actually a very solid unit right now. So she is going to be color sharing with Brave Bernadetta. Ugh. Now, this unit was very good, obviously, on release, and she was, for a brief moment of time, she was actually the best range DPS that we could get. And then Ninja Lucina happened, and everyone completely forgot this Bernadetta existed. So, yeah, gonna be very hard to compete with a unit like Ninja Lucina, obviously, who's just giving tremendous support. She's got a duo button, she's got an insane assist. It's like cavalry range units, if you want to be good, you gotta, like, the benchmark is Ninja Lucina. Are you better than her, or are you as good as her? I don't think Bernadetta is on that level quite, but she's solid, I guess. She's got nice fodder. Assassin Strike and Curve Shot, both very good. Okay, then on red, we've got Legendary Seliph and Legendary Eliwood. That is not good. Yeah, these guys have definitely both seen better days, unfortunately. There was once a time when this Eliwood was the best support unit, but that time has long since passed. Okay, then on colorless, we've got Asker, color sharing with Milla. That's actually really good. So, yeah, 2 offensive Mythic Heroes on the same color share. What more could you ask for? You're going to be getting your merges, and they're both pretty solid ones, too. Asker, I would say, is still one of the better light Mythic Heroes to merge up. And then Milla, too. She's got Isolation, although King Freyr just nullifies that. But you can still give her some good support stuff, like High Dragon Wall is nice on her, so she can have basically like Warp Bubble. Or you could go all in. You could give her Barricade at this point. Who cares about her C skill anymore? Because inflicting Isolation isn't even going to work if the enemies have King Freyr. So you might as well just give her Barricade or something like that. So yeah, Milla is still worthy of using if you've got her at plus 10 for sure, but certainly not one of the better units anymore. But she is still an offensive Mythic Hero, so getting her merges, getting Asker merges is only helping your score for 8th raids. And then on green, we've got Triandra color sharing with Nurgle there. Is that a good color share? I feel like that's an okay color share. Triandra being a defense Mythic Hero isn't the greatest, but she does have Firestorm Dance 3, which is still really premier fodder. And Nurgle, of course, is still a great unit, and he's also got great fodder, too. He's got close bonus doubler, which is awesome. The only downside for him is that now he has to deal with the Snake Moms. Double Needhogger, pretty much. The Mythic one and also the New Year one, which can rain on his parade and turn off his Essence Drain abilities. So that's kind of unfortunate, but he can still be pretty awesome as long as Needhogger doesn't show up. So overall, I think this banner is okay. I'm not a fan of the color share they gave to Sheeta. I think that was a bad idea, but I think the colorless share is actually something to consider if you care about AR scoring. Okay, then let's go ahead and take a look at Elimine's banner now. So Elimine is not as good as Sheeta, unfortunately. They completely failed the assignment here with her refine and remix. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, they just turned her into an offensive unit, and she's not a very good one. Look at her attack stat. Base 48 attack with the weapon. Come on now. You could do a lot better than that. They had two options here with her remix. Just either go all in on false start or go all in on support. And they did neither of those things. They're like, let's just make her an offensive unit because why not? I can't even explain what the thought process was with that. But yeah, Elimine, she is, I guess, at the end of the day, still an offensive mythic hero. So if you've got her at plus 10, there's not really a reason not to use her, even though she sucks. But it is what it is. She is color sharing with the Fallen Veil there. Now, Fallen Veil is okay. I don't really have too many issues with her. She does have crystalline water, which is pretty awesome fodder. I don't really think this is the Veil you want to be using, though. There are actually a couple of Veils in the game now, and the Mythic Veil is definitely good because she's an offensive mythic hero. Once again, I reiterate, those are really the only units to consider getting merges on, because that's the only way to raise your score for Aether Raids. So the Mythic Veil, I think, is a little bit more important. And then also, we just recently got the Spring Veil, who I think could be a nice little addition to defense teams if they're running an Armor Ball. So this Fallen Veil kind of fell out of whack. She's not really the pinnacle of Veil anymore, but Crystalline Water Fodder will definitely take. Okay, then on red, we've got Regan, color sharing with Altina. Ooh. Okay, that's a pretty good red pool. Yeah, just like we saw on the Sheeta banner. Two offensive mythic heroes on the same color. You're never going to see me complaining about that. If you're going for scoring, that is very good. And then finally on blue, we've got Mythic Naga and Legendary Dimitri. Ooh. Yeah, that's a little bit rough. Naga isn't one of the better offensive mythic heroes for, for Astra Season. Unfortunately, she's probably the worst offensive mythic hero. Actually, is she worse than Elimine? That's kind of a tricky one, because she does at least give effective against dragon support. Right now, the #1 dragon tank is the Duo Rhea, and she nullifies effective against dragon. So it's not doing anything against the Rhea matchup, but there are actually other dragon units that effective against dragon can come in handy against. And False Start is really good as long as King Freyr doesn't show up. Unfortunately, King Freyr is on every single defense team. So, I don't know. It's probably a toss-up between Naga or Elimine as for who is the worst Astra offensive mythic hero. But at the end of the day, once again, she is an offensive mythic hero, so merging her will get you higher scores in Aether Raids. Legendary Dimitri, though, I don't really know if I can recommend summoning for him. He doesn't even have the... Let's see here. Hold on, because, like... Let me bring up Sheeta for a second. I want to show you guys... Okay, so Sheeta is giving the split blessing here. She gives the pair up, and she also gives stat bonuses. And she does have a high dual skill for an old school legendary hero. She's scoring 190 on her dual skill. If you take a look at Dimitri over here. So Dimitri does not give a pair up and also a stat blessing. He's only giving a pair up. And then he has a 180 BST dual skill, which is not acceptable anymore. He is a legendary hero, I guess, but probably not worth your time running him for Arena unless you've got him at plus 10. So I would not have to recommend summoning on blue here. If you're going to summon on this banner, I think red is the only color really worthwhile. Elimine is unfortunately not color sharing with the best choice. I think they definitely could have did a lot better with the color shares on the remix heroes. Because we have seen in the past, sometimes they'll toss an attuned hero or an arcane hero on the color share with them, just to incentivize the new remix hero summons a little bit better. But this time they didn't really do that, and I think more so the focus is on some of these older mythic heroes that can raise your score. So we'll go ahead and pop our freebies here, and we'll just hope for the best. I'll go for blue because the only unit that I don't have on this banner is Bernadetta. Okay, that is not Bernadetta, but I wasn't expecting to get her, so, I mean, that's how that goes. And then we'll go ahead and go over here. I guess I'll hit colorless because I don't have Elimine, but honestly, I've never been a fan of Elimine. I've always thought she was just like a, kind of like a training wheels unit. Like, you don't really need her. Because they invented Elimine to shut down Catria balls with false start. But I had no issues beating Catria balls back then anyway. So, like, summoning for Elimine was not something I was particularly interested in. I've always been very down on this unit, but I don't know. That's just my personal take. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And this is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.